So I've just got back from the MOT and it's not good news. Hello all and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Please like the video. Please comment down below. This video, I'm doing some more work on the Range Rover, the L322-TD6 that I picked up, the low mileage. Just getting some little niggly bits and pieces sorted, like the bonnet catch and the door handle, and possibly looking into getting it booked into an MOT. So follow me along, watch the video, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you at the end. Cheers. So first things first, I have a cup holder that works, so that's got to be a bonus, isn't it? And this one works as well. Amazing. I managed to get this door open. I didn't think it was going to work, so I'm not quite sure what's, because if you push the button down and you pull the handle, so that bit works. So I think this door latch might be seized. What I did, using this emergency lockout car thing, you get a selection of these tools and wires and hooks and stuff, and they're designed to they're designed to break into cars, basically, but it's called an emergency car access kit, or whatever it's called. Yeah, emergency car opening kit. I've had success with these before. Where you basically put a wedge in like that, and then you basically just feel around until you find the latch. And a combination of me pulling and jiggling and pulling the handle, I managed to get the door open. But what's happening now is this latch is stuck, so it won't go into the lock position. Oh, now it does. So that's latched, and when I pull this handle, so so I'm assuming it just hasn't been used for a long time, and this is all gummed up, so I assume that the cable was broken, because there's a cable that runs internally from here to the latch, and there's a cable that runs again internally from the handle down to the latch, and they're common for breaking on these, because I had to do it on that one. The external one broke. So okay, well, I'll get the WD-40 in there, work the latch, lube it up, and hopefully, because this is the only thing that's stopping me from MOTing it. I have got this booked in for an MOT tomorrow morning, and my plan was to steal what I needed to steal off of that one, because that's not ready for an MOT yet, to get this working. So my only other thing I need to find out is whether this is the bonnet catch cable, which the previous owner supplied. I don't want to put this in yet because I can't be bothered. Don't know if you need to be able to open the bonnet. As long as you can open it, I don't know if you needed to be able to do it by hand. So let me grease this up, and we'll see if we can work this. So that's done, that all works fine now. I've also noticed that this is all seized, so that doesn't move properly, and this is stuck up here. So I'm going to give all of this a good dousing in WD-40. So I've got all these lubed up and that, so that's going to need a little bit more attention, but I think when it actually starts latching. So I might have a go at this bonnet cable, because I believe this is it here. So I was thinking it ran inside the wheel arch, which I'm not in the mood for that. But it runs down here and then it goes down there somewhere. So I'm going to have a quick look into that, see whether it's relatively easy just to replace that or not, because I assume it goes from here and then there's another cable that joins it onto that one. There's a joiner here which goes down, and there's two little prongs, and they locate into there and there. So obviously this comes apart, and then there'll be a joiner in there, and this goes all the way down. It goes down there, and it goes underneath this. So what I've done is I've put the bonnet into service position, and that's basically you take off the gas struts. There's a little metal tab, if it's still got the metal tab, there's a little metal plastic tab, just have to get a screwdriver in there and just leave those tabs out of the way. Put the bonnet up into its full position, and then you push this piece of metal across and it locks in these pins on both sides. So I've undone a couple of bolts that hold in this plastic thing. I've undone the alarm box, and I've taken off the bracket which bolts to the wing. I've taken the bolt out of this, but this isn't moving at the moment, so I need to be able to get to the cable that goes up and underneath, because this plastic housing just screws to the side, which comes with the new cable, and then it goes through behind there, and you can just see the top of it there on top of that carpet. That's the cable. So it goes in from this direction, so I need to pull it out from this direction. What I might do is disconnect this, pull it out from underneath here, and I might tape the two cables together, and hopefully, so take the new cable to the old cable, and hopefully I can pull it through. I don't know if that's going to work, but it's quite low down under there. I haven't even found it yet. I can't even see it where it goes through the bulkhead. So I'm going to give that a go. So these two plastic tabs, you just lever them out with a pick or something, and then this opens up. And inside here you've got the cable where it goes in. So yeah, so that literally, you need two hands and just need to wiggle that out. And then I'm going to try and get that I can give this hole. No, maybe not. Maybe a pull with a pair of pliers because it's in the grommet. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So hopefully that popped the grommet out, which it hasn't. It's just pulled the cable through. Okay, so obviously that grommet needs picking out of that hole. So what I did is I got a pair of pliers in there and just grabbed hold of the rubber and then just gave it a yank and it popped out. So hopefully I can tie the other one to it and I can pull it through. So what I was initially suggested wasn't going to work because the cable has to go in from the inside. So what I've done is put a zip tie and some tape on with a bit of wire. So I'm going to pull this through and hopefully the red end will come out the hole so I can tie the new cable to this and then pull it back out. That's the plan. Whether it will work or not, I don't know. That's it there, I can just see it. It's starting to come through. There you go. Let's see how much wire we got left. Loads. Okay. So that's the wire through. So now we just need to tie the new cable to that and then pull it back. So the new cable is tied to the red cable. So I'm just literally going to push this back through. Okay, so let's pull this through the other side. Look at that. Awesome. I'm going to unbolt this, unscrew it, do whatever I need to do, and then before I push this all the way back, I push the grommet into place. Well, that was a hell of a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and then it's just going to hook back into there. So that's everything back together. That's screwed on, grommet's in. The grommet was a bit of a pain, but it went in with a bit of lubrication, a bit of WD-40, so that goes on there. It looks like there's a screw that goes through there. So that now works. I'm not going to put all the plastic bits and stuff on the door card. I'm not going to put that on yet because there's this Nokia, it looks like a Bluetooth system. I'm not quite sure how old this is. Thinking about taking this out. I mean, there's already a live, I don't know what this wire is, but it's not even connected to anything. And it doesn't look like there's a wire that's missing, and this wire obviously goes to the back, which I'm assuming goes into the stereo for the speakers. But I've also noticed this. So someone's tapped into an earth, which has come off. So again, I don't know where this was supposed to go. So I'm probably just going to cut that off and just reconnect that back onto there. I'm not quite sure what this is all about. Hopefully it's not live because the tape's all coming off there, look. I'm going to put all this back together, put the bolt back in there, put all this back, the alarm box back, and put all this back, and put all this back together. So there you go, that's that all connected back up again. Everything's all back together, the bonnet is back in its normal position. I've just got to do the inside and that's it. So that's all that back together, and the bonnet catch. onto the key stuck in the ignition. It was quite an easy fix. I've already done it. I didn't catch it on video, so I'll just show you. The first thing you need to do is pull off the gear lever. It's not a very good shot there, I know, but I can't really get the camera set up. I just basically grab hold of it with both hands and just pull it up. So that's it. It literally just pulls off, and then that plastic piece goes down inside the middle. This plastic cover just unclips. You just need to be careful with the wires that are in there. So what basically happens is this lever here, see, it jumps up. You see this lever here, it jumps up, which means that the key's in the ignition. Okay, and when you turn the key back, see, it drops down, which allows you to take the key out. Okay, if this mechanism here, this pivot point here is jammed up, so if I lift this key, if I lift this arm up a little bit and then try and take the key out, I can't. It won't let me turn the key all the way back because this lever is up. If I let it go down all the way, there you go, click, which then allows the key to come out. So all that had happened is that this pivot point here had just basically become corroded or seized or whatever. Sprayed it with WD-40, just worked this lever up and down, and now the key goes in, comes out perfectly. So that was a really easy fix to do. And then this just all clips back. That just clips back on there. And then this, the green piece goes down the middle. Just give it a good push and it goes with a click. And then this piece just clips in. Like that. And there you go. Done. It's very early in the morning. I don't know whether you can tell by the light or my face. But it's MOT time for the TD6. So it's booked in first thing this morning, 8 o'clock it's booked in for. So I'm just getting myself set up and getting ready to go down there now. So I had a battery charger hooked up to it last night. So it should be fully charged. When I done, it had an error code for the air suspension, some kind of fault articulation it might have been. The car was sitting perfectly level, but because it's not sitting level now, it's got itself sitting level. It now thinks it's level, so it's done a bit of an odd thing with the suspension. So I'm not quite sure what exactly it's going to do now. It hasn't got a lot of fuel in it, so I haven't driven it. It's only got like 20-mile range or something like that. So it's interesting it hasn't come up with any air suspension faults. That's a bit weird. Right, I'm here at the MOT. The suspension's not right, so it's showing some kind of validation fault. I think one of the height sensors is gone, so I'm not quite sure what that's going to do to the headlight alignment. So I'm just waiting for my slot to appear and we'll get right on it. So I've just got back from the MOT and it's not good news. It's not good news. It's not terrible news, but it's not great news. I mean, basically it didn't pass. I don't know where I was in my right mind thinking that it was going to pass. For some reason I had this idea in my head that it was going to pass. I don't know. I'd done this on purpose. I didn't check the car, apart from the lights, I didn't check the car over at all. I didn't jack it up, I didn't check anything. It's been standing for 2 years. So it's going to have the odd issue here and there, and it did. So this is what happens if you don't get your car or vehicle serviced and checked over before it gets an MOT. If you want your car to pass an MOT, you get it serviced first, because they will check it over and they will fix any issues that need doing before the MOT. That's, you know, that's how it works. So let me show you the sheet. So refusal of MOT certificate. Fail. Repair immediately major defects. So we have got the shock absorber is leaking oil. The front brake pipe, both sides are excessively corroded. So that is exactly the same as what happened on that one. We've got rear brake pipe excessively corroded, the one that goes across the top of the chassis. The near side rear brake is binding, so it's stuck on basically. And brake imbalance across rear axle due to the above. And then we've got monitor and repair if necessary, which is brake pipe corroded on the other side. So that's going to need looking at, cleaning up, painting, whatever it needs doing to it. And the vehicle structure is corroded, but not structurally, rigidity is not. Basically the underside is got some surface corrosion on it. It's not serious at all, as you can see in the video. It needs cleaning up, it needs treating with rust treatment, and it needs painting. That was the MOT tester's opinion. In this day and age, they have to note stuff like that, because if they don't, it will come back and bite them in the arse. There is a limit to what is, you know, they're considered corroded. It doesn't say excessively corroded, it just says corroded, so it's just covering his arse on that one. So that's basically it. So it looks like I've got some work to do on this car. I was kind of half hoping in my head that due to the condition of the bodywork, it would need minor attention to the for the MOT, and I could get rid of it pretty quickly, because that's what I was going to do. I was just going to sell it. I don't need 2 Range Rovers, and I don't need, you know, as many cars as I've basically got. So that's the end of this video. As you can see, it didn't really go according to plan. So I just need to work on getting this car ready for an MOT. It just needs a little bit more work, and then we'll get there. It didn't go according to plan, but I didn't really have a plan in the first place. So right, so thank you very much for watching. If you've got this far, I hope you've learned something from the video and you've taken something from it you can take away in your own life. And as always, I shall see you soon. See you later.